Hello, my name is Alison Turner and I'm very proud to be heading up the Commercial Property Department at Taylor Bracewell. Commercial landlords have less obligations than, say, residential landlords because there's less statutory regulation of a commercial property. I think the reason for that is because the parties are seen as being business parties and they're more of an equal footing, so the law doesn't intervene as much. So, for instance, in a short hold situation where you've got a residential tenancy, there could be a statutory obligation to have an annual gas check, but that isn't the same with a commercial premises. That said, any well-advised commercial landlord would be best placed to actually have the property in a good state of repair and all the installations working properly at the outset of the lease. Another thing that a commercial landlord would need to do before they let out a building is to have what's called an energy performance certificate. That's often shortened to an EPC. So an EPC is like a traffic light system, with A being a really good rating, and then you've got F and G at the bottom, which are very poor. If you've got an F or a G rating, then you're not actually allowed to let out a property in most circumstances unless you've got an exemption. Other obligations that the landlord might have, you need to really sort of check the lease. So there's often an obligation of the lease for the landlord to insure the building, as you'd expect, and often to maybe carry out certain repairs, such as looking after common parts, looking after the structure of the building. But often, even with these obligations, there'll be a recharge to the tenant, so the tenant will have to pay insurance rent or possibly a service charge for the repairs that have been carried out. So just in summary, check that you've got an EPC, check what your lease says in terms of what your obligations are, and just generally, a good landlord would always be advised to put the property in a good state of repair before they let it out and to make sure that all their fixtures and fittings are working properly. Thanks for watching. More information can be found on our website, or even better, just give me a ring and we can talk you through it.